There are 6 Ice Age movies. 6 freaking Ice Age films. How is it that, not counting Spider-Man No Way Home, there's only 2 amazing Spider-Man films, and yet we're on the 6th freaking Ice Age movie? So hello, my beautiful people. I just saw The Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild. Buck Wild isn't even the main character in this movie, so why the frick was the movie named after him? I don't know. You guys might be wondering, well, who is the main character in this film? Crash and Eddie. You know, those annoying possum comic reliefs from the 2nd through 5th movies. Everyone's least favorite characters. Yeah, they're the stars of their own movie now. So yeah, the 6th Ice Age movie is basically the Minions or Cars 2 with the franchise. They take the side comic relief characters that were never meant to be the focal point of a story, and they make them the main character. And of course that doesn't work because these characters are meant to be on the sideline. They're comic relief from the drama. But regardless, how's the movie itself? Well, Crash and Eddie decide that they want to go out on their own and be big kids now. So they go into the Lost World from the 3rd movie. They almost get killed by raptors, and then Buck Wild, who is also from the 3rd movie, saves them. So Buck is trying to stop this Triceratops guy who can talk for some reason, and he's trying to poison the water hole. It's pretty much his plan to kill everybody. So Buck reunites with his old teammate, and Crash and Eddie are also there, just trying to help. Now, this movie's supposed to be Crash and Eddie's film, yet when they're with Buck Wild the majority of the time, they still feel like the wacky comic reliefs, while Buck Wild is the straight man, or more appropriately, the main character. I mean, for God's sake, his name is in the freaking title. He is the only character on the freaking poster. I mean, I guess there's the Mama T-Rex is on there too, I guess, but Crash and Eddie aren't. They're supposed to be the main characters. Oh look, here's a poster that has our main characters. When you look at that, Buck Wild is front and center. Like he's the main character. I would much rather prefer Buck Wild be the main character because he's far more interesting of a character to have his own movie. Like, you could actually have Buck Wild team up with some of his old teammates and stop these dinosaurs. It probably wouldn't be great, but it would definitely be a decent kids movie. But no, they had to make the characters Crash and Eddie, the worst characters in Ice Age history. And speaking of Ice Age characters, there's a certain character who isn't in this movie, who was in literally every other Ice Age movie beforehand, and is noticeably not in this movie, and he's literally the face of the franchise, and that, of course, is Scrat. Where the frick was Scrat in this movie? He was the best part of, like, every movie. His wacky shenanigans, chasing his little nut. That's a weird line, but yeah, those were fun. They were funny. Those would make, like, a really great series of shorts or a great animated series. Just, like, Scrat chasing his nut. But no, like, he's not in this movie for some reason. So apparently, the reason Scrat wasn't in this movie is because the original creator tried to sue Fox because they apparently stole her idea for the character, and she tried for years to get the trademark back, until 2019 when the Disney Fox buyout happened, and she got the trademark in 2020, so that's why Scrat isn't in the movie. Disney doesn't own him anymore. I mean, technically Disney never owned him. I mean, Fox doesn't own him anymore. But it still sucks that such a big part of what makes the franchise so fun, even in its worst films, is absent in this one, which really makes this film not really feel like an Ice Age movie and just feel like some cheap direct-to-video dollar store crap. And especially with the voice cast and animation. In terms of the voice cast, the voices for Manny, Sid, and Diego didn't return at all. No, none of them are back. And it could be a little tricky to tell with Diego and Sid, but with Manny, oh my god, it is so obvious that they didn't get Ray Romano back. And then we have the animation. Oh god, the animation. How do I put this lightly? It sucks. The animation in this movie freaking sucks. The first Ice Age movie came out in 2002. And 20 years later, this movie comes out, and it looks like a PS2 game. I mean, some of the backgrounds are kind of nice, they're colorful, but oh my god, the character designs, the models, they're freaking hideous. They're ugly, they're just disgusting. Buck Wild looks like a roadkill. The Raptors look like, oh my god, they just look terrible. And it just feels so slow. Like, this movie wants to do a lot of very fast-paced, wild animation that the movies have been doing a lot lately. But they obviously don't have the budget to do that with computer animation. So when they attempt to do the fast, bouncy animation, it's just so slow and boring and lifeless. Like, when someone is supposed to bounce like, blah, 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 it's more like, blah, 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 and like that. Maybe it's a good thing that this movie was released on Disney Plus, because if Disney put this garbage on the big screen, that would be embarrassing, because, oh my god, it barely looks good in my living room. Imagine that projected in a movie theater. So, the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild. It sucks. I really do mean it when this is probably the worst movie in the franchise, and this is already a very high contender for worst movie of the year. Or at the very least, worst animated movie of the year, because this movie is just garbage. Hot garbage. With the leads being the two worst characters in the franchise, the writing coming across as cringy, missing the Scrat segments, and just some terrible animation. I can only really recommend this movie to die-hard Ice Age fans, if that. So yeah, this movie is garbage. Don't watch it. But anyway guys, that'll be it for this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I just hit the microphone. I apologize for that. And ring the bell to be notified when future videos are uploaded. I'm still very, very hard at work at the ranking of every movie I saw in 2021, which, yes, I am still working on it, and I hope that it will be out by mid-February. If not that, then definitely before the end of the month. I don't want to be in March still talking about last year. I want to move forward. I want to move forward with videos. But I just gotta finish this one. Just gotta finish it up a little bit. But with all that said, I will see you later. Bye!